Alex Martinez's last memory before everything changed was closing his eyes in his cramped berth aboard the cargo freighter Prometheus Dawn. He was a maintenance engineer, ferrying mining equipment to the outer colonies, a lonely job, but it paid well. When he opened his eyes, he found himself lying on a bed of crystalline structures that pulsed with bioluminescent light, wearing robes made from material that seemed to shift between liquid and solid states. "You're awake, my consort," a melodious voice said. Alex bolted upright. Before him stood a being of ethereal beauty, humanoid in shape but clearly alien. Her skin shimmered with an iridescent purple hue, and her eyes held the depth of galaxies. Crown-like protrusions of what appeared to be living crystal grew from her head, marking her as royalty among her kind. What?" Alex stammered, his engineer's mind struggling to process the impossible situation. "I am Queen Lixera of the Velkesh Dominion," she explained, her expression unreadable. "According to our laws, you are now my bonded mate. The ceremony was completed while you slept." "That's kidnapping," Alex protested, jumping to his feet. "I didn't consent to any of this." The Queen's crystalline crown dimmed slightly. "Your species' concept of consent is noted in our databases. However, you were selected by the choosing sphere, an ancient artifact that identifies perfect genetic and psychological matches across the galaxy. It has never been wrong in 10,000 years. Before Alex could respond, the chamber doors dilated open. A human woman in a pristine white uniform strode in, her dark hair pulled back in a severe bun. She carried herself with military precision, and her eyes assessed the situation instantly. "I'm Commander Jennifer Walsh, Earth Diplomatic Corps," she announced. "Mr. Martinez, your ship reported you missing 3 days ago. We've tracked you to this vessel." She turned to Queen Lixera. "Your Majesty, Earth and the Velkesh have no treaty regarding marriage or citizenship. This human must be returned immediately." Lixera rose from her throne, her 7-foot frame towering over both humans. "Commander Walsh, I respect Earth's authority. However, Alex Martinez triggered an ancient protocol. If the bond is broken prematurely, it will destabilize the Velkesh neural network. 15 billion minds could be damaged irreparably." Jennifer's expression remained neutral, though Alex could see her mind working rapidly. "Explain this protocol." "The Velkesh are a collective consciousness," Lixera began. "Our Queen serves as the central node, processing emotions and thoughts from billions. For millennia, this worked perfectly. But 3 generations ago, our species began to lose something: creativity, innovation, the spark that drives evolution. The choosing sphere was designed to find beings from other species who could introduce new patterns of thought into our network." "So I'm what? A neural vitamin supplement?" Alex asked sarcastically. "You are hope," Lixera said softly. "Your species thinks differently than any we've encountered. Humans are chaotic, unpredictable, brilliant in ways our ordered minds cannot replicate." Jennifer stepped forward. "How long must this bond remain active?" "1 solar cycle, approximately 400 Earth days. After that, the new neural pathways will be established, and Alex may choose to stay or leave freely." Alex ran his hands through his hair. "This is insane. I'm a mechanic, not some cosmic marriage counselor." "Actually," Jennifer said, turning to him with a hint of a smile, "your psychological profile shows you're perfect for this. You're adaptable, empathetic, and according to your service record, you once talked down a mining AI that had gone rogue by understanding its loneliness." "That was different," Alex muttered. "Was it?" Jennifer challenged. "Mr. Martinez, I know this isn't what you signed up for, but 15 billion lives are at stake. I can't order you to stay, but I'm asking you to consider it." Alex looked between the 2 women, one representing his home, the other representing an impossible future. He thought about the rogue AI, about the countless times he'd fixed problems by seeing systems not as broken, but as lonely, desperate, or scared. What would this bond actually involve? He asked Lixera. "We would share thoughts, emotions, experiences. You would see through 15 billion perspectives. It would be overwhelming at first, but you would also have access to knowledge spanning millennia. And," she added hesitantly, "I would understand what it means to be human. Truly understand." Jennifer placed a hand on Alex's shoulder. "I'll stay in orbit. If you need extraction, say the word, but I think you could do something extraordinary here." Over the next weeks, Alex discovered that being bonded to an alien queen was nothing like he'd imagined. Lixera was brilliant but curious, powerful yet vulnerable. Through their connection, he felt the weight of billions of consciousnesses, all looking to their queen for guidance. He introduced concepts the Velkesh had never considered: jazz music, the beauty of inefficiency, The value of individual dreams. Slowly, the Velkesh network began to change. Art emerged among people who had only known logic. Scientists started taking creative risks. Children laughed in ways their parents had forgotten. Jennifer visited regularly, monitoring the situation. She watched as Alex transformed from a reluctant prisoner to a genuine partner in an unprecedented cultural exchange. On day 399, Lixora asked him the question they'd both been avoiding. "Tomorrow you are free to leave, will you?" Alex looked out at the crystalline city below, feeling the contentment of billions flowing through their bond. He thought of his cramped berth on the freighter, of lonely years in space. "I think," he said slowly, "I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be." Jennifer smiled when she heard his decision. "Sometimes," she reported to Earth Command, "the best diplomacy happens when humans simply do what they do best: connect, adapt, and make the impossible work." And across the galaxy, the Velkesh Dominion learned to dream,